Can I do that? I don't even know. Am I supposed to put this in there? Or like, how often do people send these things? All right, so you finally got your stuff together. You've been hearing it from maybe different podcast episodes, YouTube videos, Instagram, whatever. You want to send out emails and start your email marketing campaign. But what does that even mean? And like, what are the best practices? We got you. All right, taking email marketing into your own hands and building out an email list that is going to have so much value for you and your short-term rental hospitality business, right? But here's the most important part. You cannot just take someone's email address that you got from wherever and email them about your properties and about your vacation rentals or your short-term rentals. You need everyone's permission. How do you get that permission? It can be as simple as saying, by filling out this thank you or this like comment card in my short-term rental, you agree to receive promotional materials from ABC Properties, right? You have to let the person know that they're going to be receiving emails about a promotional opportunity for them to come stay with you again. But again, them giving you their email address, there's something in it for them. So you have to remember this is about them and not necessarily just about you. All right. You will need to find an email platform in which to send mass emails. Recently, Mailchimp just changed how many email addresses you can have before they charge you for it. But I still think they've got the best deal around. I think it's up to 500 email addresses and you can use their platform for free. Once you get to 500 emails, you're cooking and booking. So you'll be able to afford having Mailchimp as an email provider. That's just one option. There are so many out there. Once you have a way to get people's email addresses, and there's a ton of ways to get them, just remember, we're gonna get their permission. Now what do you do with it? Here's my big piece of advice if you're just getting started, is to create an organizational system from the get-go. And one of the first ways you can organize your email addresses is, do you want to segment these email addresses in a particular way? Meaning maybe you have some properties in Ohio, and you also have some vacation rentals in Alabama, maybe Gulf Shores, something like that. Do you want to have all of your emails, your marketing emails, go to people who've stayed at either property? Or do you want to segment them? So you have a special email campaign that just goes to the Gulf Shores properties and a special email that goes out to the Ohio properties. There's really no right or wrong answer here. If that confuses you, I almost just encourage you just to have one email go to all of your subscribers as long as their interest is staying in your short-term rental properties and they, of course, gave you permission. Here's a marketing term I learned in Entrepreneur University, and it's CTA. What does that stand for? Call to action. What does that mean? We oftentimes assume that our audience or our email list are gonna know what to do when we show up on Instagram or show up in their email inbox or show up on YouTube, whatever it is. We have to tell them what we'd like them to do, right? Hit subscribe, follow us here, click this link. It sounds, maybe you think it might sound aggressive, but it truly isn't. There's so much going on in everyone's lives. If we tell them exactly what we want them to do, and this will happen if you do it, we need to make this about our email list, right? So if you want to tell them, click this link to receive what? To receive 10% off your next stay, to be the first one to hear about our open dates. Give them a reason to engage with you and make it about them. Make it something that they would want. You know how you get like emails from other brands and you're like, you know what? I don't need this anymore in my inbox, and you want to be able to like get rid of it eventually. Like, so you search that unsubscribe link. You need to offer that to your email list as well. And here's where I want to help you with your mindset too, is someone unsubscribing from your email list is not a bad thing, right? You want people who want to be engaged, who want to stay with you, who want to visit you at all your different properties. You don't want someone in there, it's just like any relationship. You don't want a friend or a partner who they don't want to be with you, right? And also the email platform that you send your emails out, it'll be a better performing situation for you if you have people who are engaged with your emails, who open them up, who click on the links. The email provider will track all of that, And you're gonna have more success with deliverability and even just conversions if you have people on your list who want to be on your list. So make sure you're not hiding the unsubscribe, and you're making it very clear for people to leave your email list if they no longer wanna stay with you. Good for you. You've got the list, you've got an email provider, you've segmented out all the emails that you've got, you made sure your unsubscribe option is clear. But now what? How often do we reach out to our list? How often do we talk with them? How often do we engage? Don't let this question stop you. At this point, especially if you're new, you don't need to do it too much. The most important thing, and I really mean this, listen, Annette's more woo-woo-y than I am, the other character here on this Instagram channel or on this YouTube channel, but she has one thing that has really taught me a lot having her as a business partner, and it's how consistent she helps me be in our short-term rental business, in creating these YouTube videos for you, right? Like, you have this expectation of when our videos are gonna come out. That helps us grow. The same thing happens with our email list. So if you say you're going to send out an email every month, send it every month. And if you say you're gonna send it the 15th of every month, send it the 15th of every month. Maybe that's too much for you. Maybe you feel like you feel like you won't be consistent. You won't follow up with that each and every month. Do it every quarter. But make sure it happens like in the middle of every quarter. So the 15th day on the second month in that 3-month quarter time period, right? So what here I'm saying is consistency is a superpower, and that is gonna help you crush your competition. So if you're gonna start something, make sure you set realistic expectations for where you are in business and your personal life, and hold yourself accountable. Once you do that, and everyone on your list can expect to hear from ABC Properties once a quarter, they're gonna get excited when you show up in their email inbox. If you ghost them for a whole year and then you end up sending like 2 or 3 emails immediately after once you're like, hey, I'm back, it's gonna be off-putting to them. So send an email out, say, hey, you're gonna receive these every quarter. We're gonna give you a reason to engage with us, whether it's, extra amenities or discounts, what have you, and they're gonna read it. Hopefully they'll engage with it and they'll be excited to hear from you again. So consistency is a superpower. I promise you, most of your competition isn't consistent. So if you can